This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to the LEGO Star Wars Games Level Ranking Part 1. And for this, I will be going over the Prequel Trilogy. And to explain what this is I'm going to look at all of the levels, not open world events, but levels that take place in the games LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga and LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, and one for LEGO Star Wars 3. But since LEGO Star Wars 3 only has one level that's shared, it's gonna be a little weird how it's counted. I'm mainly looking at Complete Saga versus Skywalker Saga, and then later on I'll also be looking at The Force Awakens versus both the Skywalker Saga and the few levels it shares with the Complete Saga from the end of Return of the Jedi. I don't know if I'm going to put that in the Complete Saga one or in the one about The Force Awakens. I'll decide when I get to the original trilogy video, but today I'm just focusing on the prequels, which will mainly be just the levels in the Complete Saga and Skywalker Saga, but it will also include one level from LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. And looking at the first level, this is actually a very special circumstance where I'm going to be also looking at a level that was in the original version of the game, since there's multiple versions of this level in the Complete Saga, and that is Mos Espa Pod Race and the original Pod Race. I'm going to look at both of those and compare them to the Boonta Eve Classic, which is in the Skywalker Saga, and to look at what I'm putting in last place here. It's obviously Pod Race Original. That is such an annoying level, and you have to perfectly have everything timed. There's a reason this level was reworked for the Complete Saga, and this won't count anything against the Complete Saga since it did fix this level and only put this in as a bonus mission. But still, I just think that Pod Race Original, especially if you don't have stuff like Invincibility in, is one of the most irritating levels to play in the entire game. Now getting to the actual ranking, this one is a really close one for me. I enjoy both the Boonta Eve Classic and the Mos Espa Pod Race, and honestly, I think this could go either way, and it's really hard for me to make a decision on this one specifically because I think they're both great levels. And just looking at the one I enjoy more, honestly, I think I kind of like Mos Espa Pod Race a little more. And this one is a little more annoying, and if you fail, you have to fully redo the level. Well, if you fail in Mos Espa Pod Race, you just have to redo the last lap. And I like the camera setting a little more, but still I think they're both great levels, and you could really go either way with it. And yeah, I think that this is a good ranking, and I'll just be keeping a note for the end of the video. It's not going to be popping up anywhere besides at the end, but right now the Complete Saga has 1 point. Well, the Skywalker Saga, it has 0 points currently, and we'll just see who has more points at the end. Stuff like the Clone Wars and other things that are the third one aren't going to be getting a point at all. Looking at the next level they share, I think this is a really easy one. Although Darth Maul is an amazing level, I have to go with level Better Call Maul. It's such a fun fight and really entertaining. I think it's such a great time. I had so much fun doing it. It takes the original level Darth Maul and improves it so much, and has you fighting Maul throughout the entire level instead of him just running away from you. I think it's a really great thing, and I just really love this level, and it easily outdoes Darth Maul. Finally, looking at the last level in the Phantom Menace, there is Anakin's flight versus Now This Is Pod Racing, and Anakin's flight is a bonus mission in the complete saga, but looking at that compared to Now This Is Pod Racing, honestly, Now This Is Pod Racing is so much more fun and is done so much better than Anakin's flight, which is a very linear one. While Now This Is Pod Racing, you get a lot more control of the ship, and the advanced gameplay mechanics definitely help it, and that puts Now This Is Pod Racing far above Anakin's flight. And moving on to Attack of the Clones, let's take a look at the first level of both, Bounty Hunter Pursuit and a Wrestle with Wessel. And looking at the two of these, it's pretty interesting. I get it that many people hate Bounty Hunter Pursuit as a level, from what I've seen. Personally, I don't hate it, but I don't think it's an amazing level. And as with many of these vehicle-based levels, honestly, I just have to give this to the Skywalker Saga because it's just so much more fun to play. It has so many, different and unique parts to it. You get a lot more mobility, and you're not just flying straight like you are in these other levels. And yeah, honestly, I just have to give it to a Wrestle with Wessel. Looking at the next level, Droid Factory Frenzy. I think you could go anyway, either with that because it's Droid Factory Frenzy or Droid Factory. It really depends on what you enjoy more. And personally, I'm giving this Droid Factory. Droid Factory is just such a more fun level. I think it is far more unique, and you get to go through a lot more of it while you're just stuck on the conveyor belt area in Droid Factory. All that technically is more accurate. I also just have a lot more fun going through the rest of the Geonosian catacombs and different structures in the factory, which personally is why I'm picking that one over this one. All of these levels are both great. Up next is the one level that LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars is included in. So although I will be discussing it, I'm not going to be giving it any points because the most I can get is 1 point, which is for first, and I didn't want to go and be adding in more points just to account for a single game level, so I will compare it to these other ones. But either the Complete Saga or Skywalker Saga will take the point, and the game LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars will just get more of an honorary one, since I do want it to be a fair comparison between these two games. But I just, want to have a fun look at this level also. And looking at it, we have the three levels set at the Geonosian Arena, Jedi Battle, Geonosian Arena, and Petronarchy Panic. And looking at the three of them, I could easily take Jedi Battle out because honestly it's not as fun since you don't get to fight the monsters. So that immediately takes it out, and the point is obviously going to go to Petronarchy Panic in the count up, but looking at the two levels, I think both are really great. They both do it very well, but I have to give it to Geonosian Arena over Petronarchy Panic because of the amount of droids there. I think both are about equal in terms of enjoyment, but just the atmosphere set up in Geonosian Arena where there are so many battle droids surrounding you, with there being a lot less in Petrarchy Panic. It just makes it feel like you're in the Battle of Geonosis. And personally, that's why I am giving it to LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. And that's its honorary win. That is, the point is going to Petrarchy Panic. And the only reason Geonosis Arena is in here is because it's a level that is shared with this. And a quick honorary mention is going to be Gunship Cavalry versus Gunship Cavalry Classic. And I'm obviously giving it to the improved version because that's another annoying that's really annoying to play if you're not playing it with invincibility on. Because, oh boy, that's an annoying level. If you get, like, hit at all, you get taken out at the restart. So, yeah. And that just really why I'm putting it in here. I just wanted to mention it. It's comparing the complete saga to sort of itself, but also LEGO Star Wars, the video game, so I'm not really counting it. It's just an honorable mention, like the Geonosis Arena was. And looking at the final level in Attack of the Clones, we have Count Dooku versus the Battle of the Jedi. And honestly, I had to give this to the Battle of the Jedi because they do boss fights so much better here, and it's way more enjoyable. And the one thing I do like more about Count Dooku is its Obi-Wan and Yoda against Dooku, although they do have a kind of accurate in this with Obi-Wan being taken down first. And I'm not really sure which one they should have done because it could have just been a well, it should have just been a one-player fight. Maybe you could have had a clone come in with Yoda to hold them off, but I'm not really sure. And that finishes up Attack of the Clones. I'll do the full count at the end. But let's move on to Revenge of the Sith. And a minor thing I do want to mention before we go into the first level is I wish that we had the Battle of Coruscant as a, action-based thing in the open world, because it is kind of sad we didn't get to play through it. You can always go and play the level in the complete saga, but that one's a very linear one. And the closest you could do is having a space battle above Coruscant, where there is no separatist command ships. And that may be the reason, because I didn't want to make a separatist dreadnought as one of the vehicles. But moving into the level, there are two levels here that we could look at. We have Chancellor and Pearl, and Out for the Count. And honestly, looking at the two of them, they are really close. I think both are amazing levels. And with it, I'm just going to give it to Out for the Count, just because the Dooku boss fight's a lot better, as it is with basically all the boss fights. And this is probably the one thing that's pushing it over, because honestly, both are amazing levels, and I could have went either way, and I'm just giving a slight edge to Out for the Count. Now looking at General Grievous versus Still Uncivilized. Again, with the boss fight, I just have to give it to Skywalker Saga. It's just so much more fun to do a boss fight in this, and it's mainly because of the advancements in the gameplay. So yeah, I just have to give it to this. It's going to be pretty similar for our boss fight levels. So Revenge of the Sith is going to sound kind of repetitive since there's still one more, well actually two, well there's one more boss fight level I'm mentioning in this and two more boss fights in it. Looking at the next level they share, there's Defense of Kashyyyk and Droid Attack on the Wookiees. And although I love the name of Droid Attack on the Wookiees, I feel like the level felt a little too short, and you don't get to explore Kashyyyk as much as you do in Defense of Kashyyyk. Although Kashyyyk is a full open world planet in this game, I just appreciate the level Defense of Kashyyyk more because you get to explore the planet, look on the beaches, and you get to go so much more in the locations, and you're mainly in the treetops in a droid attack on the Wookiees, so I'm just giving this one to Defense of Kashyyyk. And the final level, to be shared in the Prequel Trilogy, are the levels Darth Vader and the High Ground. And looking at them, I honestly have to give this to the High Ground for the same reasons as the other boss fights. But another thing is, I love that the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight is pushed off through this entire level, and it's not just something that happens at the very end. And I like it a lot more that you have Obi-Wan and the droids. Although, as I said, my ideal version of this level would be to have it built in with the Yoda one, and you switch between Obi-Wan and Yoda, fighting Palpatine and Vader at the same time. And that'd be just to keep it accurate and just have it be one-on-one fights. They don't have to have Captain Panaka. I think should have been replaced with Bail Organa in this fight, since Bail is the one who picks him up. And on the other side, in this one, you don't have to have C3PO and R2D2 in the background. It could have just been a fun switch between the two. But still, I just love this level. It's so much more fun. And you also don't have those really annoying segments where you have to run and be really precise about where you're jumping and running. So that's a huge benefit, because that's the one thing that always annoys me in Darth Vader. Although I love the level, I just get really annoyed by that part. And the entire thing is just kind of feels like you're being rushed through the level. You can't really go and appreciate how the world looks because the entire facility is collapsing. This one, all the facility is also, collapsing in it. You get a little bit more time to just, appreciate how everything looks. And it's a lot more fun. And quickly looking at the score, currently it is 8-3, with the Skywalker Saga being in the lead. But still, both games are really fun. I'm not saying that the complete saga sucks now, but currently we have the Skywalker Saga in the lead. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this in two parts for the complete saga. And then I'm going to stall for the Force Awakens part because I haven't played that game in forever. I'm probably just going to go and replay those levels because Force Awakens isn't an amazing game, and I'd much rather wait. Also, if you noticed, I mainly randomly switched between the two different games, so you didn't know which one I was picking. Sometimes I would do the one I picked, but at some other points, I did it from the other one. I did not want to keep things super predictable and just have the footage of the game, so I switched between them. And I'm mainly choosing at random because I haven't actually picked yet besides the one for the battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin. And the only reason for that is because I already had the footage downloaded from my Skywalker Saga review, so I was going to go download some more footage for the other one. But still, this is a really fun series. I will continue it next week with the original trilogy. And then, when I feel like playing The Force Awakens, I'll put The Force Awakens video in. But yeah, we'll see when that is. Probably be in a week or two. I'm gonna finish up Lego Dimensions, and then I'm not gonna play it on stream because I'm probably just gonna do it in my private time. Since, well, obviously I am only gonna be playing like 5 levels of the game, or 6 really, because one of them is all the ones I compared to Return of the Jedi. Although I'll probably play that one at least if I decide to do that in the original trilogy video next week. But we'll see. So I do hope you enjoy. Hopefully I'll be able to get my video about Young Justice out soon. Last week I just didn't get a chance at all and had to put it out on Friday. But since I don't think I have to watch anyone or have anyone home since spring break is over for me, I should have a chance to record. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.